Hey everyone, welcome to a comic book haul from my first experience at the FanExpo in Denver. This was definitely a new experience. I've gone to the Colorado Springs Comic Con a few years, three of them. Smaller in scale, definitely smaller in scale. Denver was definitely a unique experience, much bigger, it seemed like, but a lot more confusing. It seemed like things were bundled together in a way and more confusing, and Colorado Springs was spread out and a little bit more navigationable, if that's a word. Anyway, but I still had a great time. But what convinced me to go to the Fan Expo in Denver rather than my usual comic book haul was two people. The chance to meet Tom Felton and Bonnie Wright, Draco Malfoy and Ginny Weasley. So before I show you the comic book haul, this book here or this Harry Potter series is what truly changed my life in a lot of ways. It was there when my parents got a divorce, so it was my anchor. Harry Potter was my love of reading. My love of reading led to my love of art, which would lead to my love of comic books. And so without these books, I doubt I'd have this channel and be talking to you guys today. So I had to have the chance to meet them. And so I have Tom up here and Bonnie down here signed my favorite book of the 7. Well, 8 if you include Cursed Child. But I just love that. To meet them in person is really great. We even had a little bonding moment with Tom a little bit. I was telling him how when he was on The Flash, when he made his appearance on The Flash, it was hard for me to warm up. It took me like several episodes to begin to warm up to him, for his character to change, to warm up to him, because I still saw him as Draco Malfoy. He was the Muggle version of Draco Malfoy in every way. And he was talking about he was talking about the actor who played Cisco. Or he was going, yeah, and then going, or he was talking about the actor who played Cisco, but for some reason he was drawing a blank at the actual character's name. And then when he asked me, well, what's his name? Don't leave me hanging. And I was like, I was put on the spot too. We were both for like 10, 20 seconds going, shoot. Till finally Cisco came to me, and so I was like, but it was really fun. I really enjoyed meeting him. He flew in just that morning, so he was tired. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun meeting him and Bonnie. So I'll always have Draco Malfoy and Ginny Weasley's autograph in that book. That book is priceless. That book's even more priceless now to me. All right. After that, I went to several things. Went to look for comic books. Went to look for. I tried to find the actor for the Punisher, John. I can never remember his last name. But fortunately, he had to cancel at the last minute, so the Punisher wasn't there. Charlie Cox, Kingpin, or Daredevil and Kingpin were there, but I wasn't interested in their signatures and all that. And I chose not to get Miles' signature, the voice actor who plays Miles. I chose not to get his signature. His line was constantly jam-packed full, and after waiting so long to get into the Harry Potter cast to get my autographs from them, I didn't want to wait in that long of a line. So I was like, you know what? I got what truly mattered to me was there. So I'm going to show this up. My wife's going to probably kill me for showing this to you, but she met Jamie Kennedy, who played Randy in Scream, and Eli James on Ghost Whisperer. And so she got to get a selfie and his autograph. So it was very cool that way. I wasn't in the picture, but I had a chance to see it there too. So it was a lot of fun. I'll show this off. So I'll show him pictures. I got to meet the voice actor of Ash Ketchum from Pokemon, and so got to meet Sarah, whatever her last name is. I can never remember it, but very, very cool. I got to meet her. Pokemon was a big role in my life as a kid, and it's back in my life now with my son, with collecting cards. All right. After I met all those people, basically I was looking through comic books. Zeb Wells, and unfortunately, Zeb Wells was in a panel at the time, so I had to come back to meet him. So I started looking through comics, not cards. So I'm looking for stuff. This year I got half as much books as last year. I mean, last year I had huge stack. This time I have half the amount. That's because this time I went for, I guess I had more people I wanted to meet at the time. Like I said, Draco and Ginny took, $160 to get both of their autographs, and that didn't. If I would have been, it would have been more if I wanted a selfie. I understand that their time and all that thing. So I was just like, you know what? I'll be happy with their autographs. I got to meet them in person and take a picture from the line without anyone, So as I was looking through comic books, I thought, you know what? I'm going to try and focus a lot more on Miles, because I want a full run of Miles. Like I want all the books Miles is in, from Ultimate Fallout 4 to his, main storyline all the way to current. Along with every other thing I collect. Anyway, so I thought I'm going to look for a lot more Miles books. So I found Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man #2. I believe this is his, I think this is his second run, second volume, or third. I believe it's his second one. So I got this book here. Pretty cool cover. I picked up issue number 12 with apparently Secret War, talking about the Secret Wars coming up. I thought when I got this cover, how cool would it be kind of to have an artist, a Spider-Man artist, do like a Miles mask on the second half here, to like fill it in, It would be an interesting aspect here to have some sort of artist do that. Picked up Spider-Man 234. This is back when Miles' run was just Spider-Man, right before it changed to Miles Morales Spider-Man. This is first appearance of Iron Spider, Aaron Davis, with his suit. Uncle Aaron has his iron suit, which is very, very cool. Miles just recently getting his own Iron Spider suit. So pretty cool here. I picked up Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 5, the first cameo appearance of Starling. Having just picked up her first full appearance, I came across this one. Pretty cool. Fill in those runs there. I like the artwork on here. It reminds me a lot of Spider-Gwen's Homeworld, this artwork here, and Miles' Ultimate Universe artwork. That kind of artwork just fits. I got issue number 19 of that same run. This is the first cover appearance of a clone of Miles Morales. Pretty cool. I enjoy this book a lot. I enjoy this series of Miles a lot. That was the end of the Miles books that I got. I probably could have gotten a lot more comics, honestly. In fact, I probably could have filled my containers that I took there and got just as many books as the year before. But again, I'm saving that book for last. But I got a huge book. But before we'll just show this here. So we got Amazing Spider-Girl, issue number 17. Because I also love Mayday Spider-Girl. And I think this is the only, or one of the few Spider-Girls. I came across one that was a key, but I just didn't realize it was a key at the time. But it was just, anyway, it's a nice, cool book. I love myself, my Mayday Parker, my Spider-Girl, because the marriage is real. Mary Jane and Peter should be married. They should have not one daughter, two by now. But before I dive more into it, let me show this. We'll show off more comics. I'm going to show this. I got this from a stand that sold Pokemon cards, comic books, everything. A while ago we saw something like this at Walmart, and this is just like a sewed together sack, backpack kind of thing. So it's got, with great power comes great responsibility. I couldn't pass this little Spider-Man backpack thing here. I figure if I ever come across a different method, maybe next year or whatever, I can take this with me to con and have more stuff to put in, so I have less of a different thing to carry around versus that. It fit. This spoke to me. For 15 bucks, I couldn't pass that up. It was just too cool. But same place that I got a lot of Pokemon cards. I picked up a nice little stack of Pokemon cards for my son here, or for me, but thanks to my son. But I won't bore you with those details because this is my comic channel. Alright, back to the comic books. I got Ultimate Spider-Man number 45. Because I want the full run I love the Ultimate Spider-Man. He's really cool. And Miles Morales appears from him too, right? Technically, Miles Morales comic books is just the extended numeral order from these books. So that's why I like that. So 44, as well as 45 there, pretty cool. Decently shaped books, not the highest grades, but they're nice. I'm not collecting these for value. These are just for a lot of them for reading and just to fill out my collection. Number 25, Ultimate Goblin holding Mary Jane, if I'm not mistaken. This is probably where he throws her off the bridge. So look forward to that. Yeah, here I'll show this off. By the time I got a lot of those books, not all of them, but definitely some of them. Zeb Wells is due back at his table. Between his panels and his signings, and so I had him sign this issue, Amazing Spider-Man 13. It's already signed by Scott Hanna there. But this is like, if you don't remember, or if you haven't seen my videos yet, this is my issue where I have my first published issue or published letter to the editor in the pages here. Mr. Comics 89, my name, from Monte Vista, Colorado. So I just had to have him sign it. Great guy. I mean, he was honestly one of the sweetest guys in temperament I've ever really met. He's just like one of those good guys that is going like, man, I could be great friends with you. I just knew I could just, he's just like, and I told him, like, this is my first published letter to the editor in this issue. And he's like going, really? Can we see it? And then after we flipped to the end, going like, what would have been funny is if if I flipped to the end there and it was just a scathing review of me, and we had a nice little chuckle about that. And we're like, no. For the most part, I've really enjoyed your run. I mean, yeah, I don't agree with the whole Paul and Mary Jane thing. And when I found out, when I read that and all that, he was like, you were angry, and I'm going like, well, I wasn't. I'm always a diehard marriage fan, but I always said that if you tell me a good story and it was organically and it made sense, if I didn't like it, I could at least deal with it. He told me I had and he told me that's a very good, attitude to have. Good thinking. A very good attitude to have. And so I was just like, well, thank you. And so I was like, but I had a nice little talk with him about Spider-Man here. It was just very, very cool. I enjoy meeting Zeb. So I just need to get JR's signature on that issue, and I'll send it off to CBCS to get graded for that, just to have it encased behind there. And those three guys there's 4 names written on there: Hannah, Romita, JR, Wells, and Menez, but I'm not interested in the letter. Okay, back to my books. I got Wonder Woman number 92. Nice Perez artwork. When I started finding this kind of artwork here, I was like, oh, am I gonna get that Bolin cover I really want? Wonder Woman with a shield, off to the side, and nah, it wasn't there. Missed it by like an issue or two. It's like, but this is the first appearance of Artemis becoming the new Wonder Woman, so very, very cool. Can't go wrong with well, I'm not sure if is this Perez. I can't remember now, but it's definitely Boland artwork. So I'm having a brain fart. It's been a long day, so if this is not Perez, I apologize. I worked far longer today than I should have. I should have needed to, but people didn't show up for work and shorthanded, and therefore the guys like me people like me who show up have to do more work. What do you know, right? But beautiful Bullen artwork. He's like my favorite cover artist for sure for Wonder Woman. Here's an issue that I accidentally bought. I didn't realize until after I got it that I already had this issue. So this will probably be a giveaway book at some point for something. Who knows? But it's Batman Beyond issue number 7. I apologize about that. I got something stuck in my throat for a second. But I thought I didn't have it before. I guess I did. So, oh well. Let's see. Good thing you can't see in the picture. Oh, but I love the little badges this time instead of the bracelets that we got at the Colorado Springs. At least I think we got bracelets or something like that. But I love this little lanyard. I love this thing. This will definitely be a great souvenir to have. We'll show off these 3 books last because they are the fun books. Definitely fun books. Around 3 o'clock, we were wrapping up. We were about to get done. They were just wearing out. My wife and I had a great day, but we also had a bad day. We got a call while we were there that someone really close to us, who was my wife loved like a grandma, she had passed away the night before, so she was very upset. So she was very upset about that, and so it was a kind of a day for her, unfortunately. So, but it kind of put a small damper on the rest of the day, honestly. No matter how much fun we continue to have, it was just still, when you lose somebody. Anyway, I didn't mean to get you guys down. I apologize, but we'll miss her. I had 3. Went down to, but we're wrapping up. I went down to the FanExpo merch gift shop area, and because I knew Zeb Wells was there again, and there was an exclusive from the FanExpo that I wanted him to sign. I wanted to buy and have him sign. So I have the Amazing Spider-Man number 26 variant Legacy 920. This is the Derek Cho something cover. But it's the FanExpo variant signed by Zeb Wells. Gorgeous cover. Honestly, I don't know why Gwen is on the cover. It made sense for Black Cat Felicia and Mary Jane to be there, but it did not make sense for Gwen. But it is what it is, so what am I to say? Just love it. I got 2 Zeb Wells autographs. I even, while I was there, got him to shout out my channel. So you'll be seeing that here and there. Zeb Wells, giving my channel a shout out. Small little 5-second thing, but I appreciate it. You know what I mean? He is a great guy, and I will continue to enjoy his writings for Amazing Spider-Man. He's done a great job, in my opinion. Zeb Wells, Nick Spencer did a great job too. It's hard to tell who I like more, Wells or Spencer. I know Spencer had the Mary Jane relationship, and I will love those issues more because of that. But anyway, I'm drifting off again. I'm tired. It's hard to focus. But gorgeous, definitely my favorite cover of the 3 that I got exclusives. I think this one was limited to a FanExpo variant. I think it was limited to, I think the sign said like 5,000 issues ultimately. But I got it at the con. I had them sign it at the con, and just, it's gorgeous. I love that book. I also got this issue, the Batman Adventures Mad Love issue number 1. FanExpo exclusive, limit to 750. Signed by, I think, John Boy Myers. And I got it because of that. I just said, you know what? It's signed, and I got it because of that. It's, even though it's even though they swapped out, because I've seen covers of this book, you know, in the CLZ app where it was the Orlando variant, for better words. You know, so this one just swapped out Orlando for Denver and all that. There's another one about there with the Batman 252, Joker, and all that. And I almost thought about getting that issue, honestly. But you know what? I have that facsimile. I don't have this one. I didn't have this book. This is basically this is the basically one-shot episode of when Harley and Joker's origin story in the Batman animated TV show in the 90s. You know, where Harley, unappreciated by the Joker, you know, falls in love with the Joker, becomes Harley after, you know, Joker's return, being beat up by Batman, captures Batman and almost wins until he reverse psychologies her into bringing the Joker in. Look what I did, Puddin'. So it's just that gorgeous artwork there. So I got some DC love too. Legion of Comics. See, I got DC love too. You know. And then the last book. Hi, hon. All right, I'll wrap things up in about another 5 minutes or so. Love you. And then I got this FanExpo exclusive variant, limited to 1,500. Tyler Templeton exclusive. This is the cover of the original Batman Beyond issue, but the FanExpo exclusive. Just, you know what? I couldn't pass up this cover. I love Batman Beyond. He's my favorite Batman. He was great. All right. Here we go. I got Uncanny X-Men 199. First appearance of Rachel Summers as the second Phoenix. Brotherhood of Evil Mutants becomes a Freedom Force. It's very, very cool. I do collect some X-Men a lot. I am so sorry. I don't collect every X-Men. I collect mainly keys. But I do enjoy my books. So this is an X-Men, cool X-Men cover. And finally, the two big books of the con. Two big books. This one was off of my wish list for 2023. I originally planned on getting a lot more of my wish list that I got for this year at this con, but I got distracted with other books. And then once I got this last book, my ability to get a lot more of these books diminished greatly. But I got this book I need for my Spider-Man collecting. I have this in its reprint, but I needed it in its original form. I got the Amazing Spider-Man Special King Size Annual Issue number 2. So this means that with this book off my list, now I have 3 or 2 annuals left to collect, and I'll have a full collection of Amazing Spider-Man, including the annuals from their very first issue all the way up to their current issues coming out. So I'm this close to a complete Spider-Man collection from Amazing Spider-Man, including the annuals. So very excited. Very excited. I have a full collection of Amazing Spider-Man, the regular issues, but not the annuals. So this is the first team up of Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. Some nice Steve Ditko artwork. That's for sure. Alright. And finally, this is the big book. This book was actually, if I got a big book on my list, it would have been the first appearance of John Stewart as Green Lantern. But, you know, that was a big book on the list. That was the dream book. All the other books are more attainable. That one was the dream book, that Green Lantern book. But this book, when I saw this book on the wall, I was like, "Come on, can I see that issue?" And I've always wanted that issue of of X-Men. You know, I wanted that issue of X-Men, but I never, just never thought I'd actually attain it. It was just seemed like it was too expensive, too out there. And so he got off the wall, and I looked at it, and I thought, low grade, you know, 4.0, 3.0 kind of a thing. It's like, you know what? It presents very well. The colors are good. There's not a lot of lines on it. color breaking lines across the cover and things like that. It was complete, and so I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do it. This will be my big book of the con, and so I am extremely happy and excited to add X-Men 101. First appearance of Phoenix, Jean Grey Phoenix, if I'm not mistaken. Debut of new powers, Jean Grey reborn as the Phoenix. First appearance. But seriously, like I said, you got some wrinkles down there, line breaking there and there. But otherwise, there's nothing really in the full screen here. You got some wear and tear along the spine. But this thing presents very well, ultimately. And it's not too... I know this book issue is notorious for being folded over a lot and a lot of white being exposed. But this one's relatively moderate, honestly. So, I'm not going to tell you how much I spent on it, although I spent more than the signatures of Draco and Ginny combined. And between this book, because I got these two books from the same table. I believe it was Poison Comics or something like that. I remember. Anyway, I spent half my budget, a little under half my budget, 40% on this one book. Just boom. I just couldn't say no. The chance of owning this book, this seemed like this book. Honestly, this seemed like a dream book. I wouldn't get. It seemed like a dream, and I'm just super excited to finally have it. So, the big book, I'm super excited to have. Love that cover. Love that cover. Anyway, that's the FanExpo. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I will basically wrap this show up with a photo montage of meeting the actors and meeting the cosplayers and all that. So enjoy this little montage clip here of the rest of my FanExpo experience. So take care, everyone. Be sure to like, subscribe my channel for the chance to win my Fantastic Four 49 first full appearance of Galactus, second appearance of Silver Surfer, for which 1,000 subscribers, but you must be subscribed to enter. So click the link below, find out how to enter that contest. Take care, everyone. Happy collecting.